Hello there! Today we're going to be going over the G major scale. Now so far on my channel we've mostly gone over the C major scale, which has no sharps, no flats. Today we're moving on to the G major, where we're going to introduce the first sharp. Now as you can see looking at the board right here, there's nothing on it and there's no key signature. We're about to change that. There is one sharp in the G major scale, that is the F sharp. So that's going to go on the F line in the treble and the bass. So that's there in the treble. And there in the bass. Notice how this is the top line in the treble, the second line in the bass. Now like the C major scale, the G major scale is going to start on the G as your bass note, your starting point. So in the treble clef, that's going to be this second line right here. And then it's going to continue up to the next G. That's also called an octave. If you'd like to know more about what an octave is, you can check out my video on intervals in the description below. Now I'm going to stop here for just a second because you'll notice there's G, A, B, C, D, E. Now when we get to the F, that's going to be F, G, F sharp. You've got to have that sharp in there because if you didn't see the key signature and you're just drawing the scale, that tells you this immediately, this is a G major scale. Now when we jump down to the bass clef, same thing, we've gotten from the G to the E. For F, F sharp, and a G. G to G, octave, and there you are. This is what the G major scale looks like in your treble and the bass clef. Now let's hop over to the piano and I'll show you what this sounds like along with the fingering for how you would play this. All right, let's start with the right hand. So this is our middle C. So first thing we have to do is we're going to start by finding our G. Now this is middle C. Up here is the G because we have D, E, F, G. So we're going to shift our hands up to the G to start, and we're going to go from this G under my thumb to this G under my pinky. So we're going to start here. We're going to start with the thumb. And as you may have seen in my most recent video on fingering, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to cross under to hit the C, and then carry on 2, 3, 4, 5 to the G. See? Just like that. Same thing back down. 1, 2, 3, under, all the way up, all the way down, over, and finish. So here's what it sounds like. See, it's an F sharp. So yes, I rested my finger down here on the F natural key, as that's called, but you're playing the F sharp. So when you come down, that F sharp, unless otherwise marked, is going to be there always in the G major scale. If it's not there, if for some reason the music says not to play F sharp, that will be noted in your sheet music. Otherwise, default assumption, keep the F sharp. So once again. Now let's change over to the left hand. So we're going to come down to the bass. Obviously it's opposite from the right hand. So instead of starting on the thumb, we're going to start on the pinky, but the fingering is still the same because you're going to do these 5 cross over to come up, and then come down, cross under, and all the way down. So that sounds like cross over, under, so that's going to sound like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can note that on the chalkboard as well whenever you're drawing out your scales. That can help you to remember your fingering. If under each note you write the number of the finger that would be playing it, because you're always going to cross over and under like that. At least for most of these scales. There is a scale that's a little bit wonky, but we're not going to get into that just yet because we're not quite there yet. Now, as I just mentioned at the piano about writing the fingering under here, that would look a little something like this. So starting with this G, you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, it's sideways. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little awkward, but it's there. Same thing here, but slightly reversed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. What you would think of as forwards, going from 1 to 5, and what you think of backwards, 5 to 1. Left and right, opposite. As I also said in my previous video, I am working on getting a GoPro so that you can see both hands at the same time. That is not going to be in the next few weeks. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but in the meantime, ta-da, we will go one hand at a time. Link in the description for my video on intervals. If you liked this video, give me a big thumbs up. And also, Etsy store. I have one. I'll link that down in the description below if you'd like some additional resources for your music, for practice, things like that. That'll be down there as well. Or if you'd just like to support me and take a look at what I've got, I'd really appreciate that. And then I will see you all in the next video.